Hi everyone, it's good to be back. My name is Maureen and I'm a licensed real estate consultant. Today I'll be having a chat with the CEO, Eystone Development and Investment Limited, Dr. Hassan Ismail. I'll be asking him a few questions that, investors are concerned about investing in Nigerian real estate. So let's get right into it. Sir, can we meet you?
Okay, my name is Dr. Hassan Ismail, and I'm the CEO, Eystone Development and Investment Limited. Eystone and Development is a real estate company in Lagos, Nigeria, with properties in Lagos, Ogun State.
Amazing. Amazing. Eystone is a real estate company based in Lagos and they have amazing properties in Lagos and Ogun State. So, sir, there's some controversies happening, especially in the real estate sector. And I want you to address it as someone that is a key player in the real estate sector. So there's this controversy that real estate companies are Ponzi scheme. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, so if you listen to the word real estate, it means something that is real. So it's also said that in the world, real estate is the only business that is real. So there's no way something that is real could be termed Ponzi scheme. So definitely in every industry, we have people who tend to do things not the right way. So that is not enough to label the whole industry as a scam. Real estate is not Ponzi. Real estate is real, and we can testify to the fact that we have houses where we live, we have offices where we work from. So definitely, it cannot be a Ponzi scheme.
Definitely. I mean, because the houses that you stay in is real estate. The offices you work from is real estate. You go to eat in a restaurant, it's real estate. So if you say real estate is puzzle scale, how come we're having all of these houses? Which company, which people are building it? Real estate company, developers. Okay, so there's this concern I have. Someone once said that real estate in Nigeria is not real. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, so for anybody who has invested in properties, either landed or houses in Nigeria, you will not say that is not real. Because for us as a company, we've invested a lot of money in the Ibejileke houses and Ogun State, and those are real transactions. Those are real properties that we invested a lot of money in, and we have people who are also subscribing to these properties. They've gotten their allocation and they are happy about it. So definitely real estate is real.
Of course, real estate is real because I'm here in a building that is real estate. So we can't just someone will just wake up and just decide to say whatever they like, and some people will just run with it. Real estate in Nigeria is real. We know that urbanization is happening, development is happening every day because of real estate developers. That's the reason why we have these amazing cities that you're seeing here. So very important questions is how many estates your company have currently, and can you say that your company is strictly adhering to government regulations?
Okay, so if you check our portfolio, currently we have in the market, we have two properties in the market. One in the Ibejileke houses at a place called Idadu. Idadu is just behind the Amen Estate Phase 2, which is one of our fastest selling developments. Then another one in Obafemi, Owode, Ogun State, which is also doing very well.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, now how has the government regulation in Lagos affected you as a developer? Because we hear a lot of issue with government charging developers ridiculous amount of money. So how has it affected you as a developer?
Okay, so one thing you do before going into property investment is what people call due diligence. And due diligence is an intelligent investigation into the property you want to buy. So it's like an inquiry. So you do your search starting with a physical visit to the site, pick
Okay.
coordinates, go to the land registry to confirm the status of the land. So you get to the land registry and they tell you this land is good to go. And it's not always the case. Before we got our property at Leko, we had searched about 33 different properties. before we finally decided, okay, this one is good to go. And so what you find out that is that after some time, some properties whose status could be residential or free will become acquired by the government. So those are some of the policies that affect developers who don't really do their due diligence before they go into subscribing for those properties. So government regulation affects people in a way that the policies are not consistent. A particular place that has been zoned for residential, you could wake up tomorrow, it has been acquired maybe for a film city or for an airport or for a refinery. So those frequent changes causes a lot of discrepancies in the industry that some developers who started with good intention will be caught in that situation and they don't know what to do. And they say there are 3 Gs you cannot fight: God, gun, and government. But the good thing is we keep engaging with the government, via engagement, stakeholders engagement, to find a way around to all these changes in policies. So
Amazing, amazing. You've heard from the CEO of Eystone Development and Investment Limited. He has said how they are putting in process to ensure that we'll keep talking to the government. I mean, we'll keep talking to them. No matter what they say, we'll still keep talking to them. But you can't really drag so much with the government. If government say they want this place, what we can do is to appeal and continue speaking to them. All right, sir. This is very important. I mean, a lot of investors are very, very concerned about this. So what are the measures that Eystone Development Limited is putting in place to ensure that investors, their investment is safe? They don't want to invest and come back tomorrow and you say government has collected the land. So what are the measures that you as the developer of this estate is putting in place?
So for your investors to be safe, you need to be safe first, because any property we invest in, we are not looking at selling everything. Every responsible developer does not sell 100% of his estate, maybe at most 60%, and keep the remaining 40%. So knowing that you are going to be committing billions of naira into an investment calls for serious due diligence. So the first thing is due diligence. You cannot buy property that you are going to lose. So you start with due diligence, you go to the site, you pick coordinates, you go to the regulatory authority to confirm that the property is free from any form of acquisition before you go ahead to put your cover and the property. Then the second thing is you start perfecting your title. You do your title, then you take possession, physical possession. So those 3 things, try ensure that you don't fall into any sudden changes or whatever that may happen. For instance, that property at Bejuleki, we started the processing of the title immediately we acquired that place in 2022. As at that time, it was only on paper that there's going to be a coastal road along that axis. But look at it today, and about 2 years later, the coastal road is passing in front of that property. A lot of people who have not started their title are already having, challenges perfecting the title now. But luckily, because we started early, we don't get caught by that sudden changes in that environment. Why? Because we're already aware that the coastal road is coming to that axis. So information is also very powerful in any type of business you do. So because we're informed that this is going to happen, so we strategically position ourselves and ensure all our documentation is perfect.
Amazing. That's one thing I really love about Eystone. When this coastal road whole thing started, because I know there are properties around that axis. I was like, okay, let's see what happens. But then, funny enough, their estate was not even affected at all, because like he said, they've started with their documentation. They started to, perfect their title, and that is why they were not affected. So when you're buying property, buy from a reliable company, a company that have track record. So when they, you don't have anything to worry about. I mean, nobody would want to, start a business and want to fail. So of course, Eystone is putting in all the necessary measures to ensure that you as the investor, you invest and you just go to sleep. Because
even the indigenous in that location, I will tell them that, see, we are going to make sure we put setback at this point. They say, well, we said there's going to be a coastal road. And they say, oh, coastal road that they've been talking about for 30 years, that is not even going to come. We said, don't worry, even if it will come in the next 100 years, we'll keep the space for the coastal road. And as God will have it, within 2 years later, the coastal road came into being. So
you can
that's
imagine,
it.
you see, when you're buying from companies that know the law, that know how to check all of these things, you're protected. So imagine they didn't listen and didn't leave all of those setbacks. What would have happened? So thank you so much, guys, for watching to this video. I had so much fun learning from the CEO, Eystone Development and Investment Limited, one of the most reputable real estate company in Lagos. So when you're investing, just come to me. I'm your girl, okay? I'll hook you up. So don't be so scared. You hear all this news happening around. Just talk to a professional, okay? Relax. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be coming with another banger, another developer. Now is developer series. We'll be talking to them, okay? Thank you so much for watching.